Carney and Mouse. Carney woke up. There are a lump beside him. He poked the lump. The lump moaned. Are you awake? Cargo asked. No, said the lump. I am sleeping. How can you sleep? Asked Carl. You are talking, the lump. Stop talking. Carl poked the lump again. Get up, he said to the lump. The lump did not get up. The lump tried into Mouse. Mouse ran down the hall. Mom said, Mouse, Dad. He opened the door. He found two lumps. Mouse poked one of the lump. Are you awake? Today is the party, shouted Carl. Today is the neighbor's party, shouted Mouse. Everyone will be there, shouted Carl. They danced around the kitchen. Where is the party going to be? Asked Dad. It's at the playground, said Carl. When is it going to be? Asked Mom. Now, said Carl. Sounds fun, said Dad. I'll bring cookies. The four of them set out. They pulled Blanket out of the wagon. They brought cookies. Halfway down the street, Carl and Mouse saw Hella and Lily and Sam. Hella and Lily were climbing a tree. Sam was watching. Where are you going? Asked Lily. Today is the neighbor's party, shouted Mouse. Come on, Helen and Lily and Sam followed the wagon. A few houses down, Carl and Mouse saw Jack and Max. Jack and Max were digging a hole. Where are you going? Asked Jack. Today is the neighbor's party, shouted Carl. Come on, Jack and Max followed Hannah and Lily. And Sam, who followed the wagon. Then they turned into the woodland adventure. Carl and Mouse saw Tess and Lodi. Tess and Lodi were playing on the porch. Where are you going? Asked Tess. Today is the neighbor's party, shouted everyone. Come on. Tess and Lily followed Jack and Max, who followed Hella and Lily, and Sam, who followed the wagon. Carl and the mouse passed Sandra's house. They passed Marley's house. They passed Nora's house. Nora Ann's house. Baby Silver rode in the wagon with Blanket. Soon they could all see the playground. Shouted Carl. Soon we'll be at the party. They got to the playground. The playground was empty. Nobody was there. It was the best party ever. I wish I had some money, said Carl. Yes, said Mouse. I wish I had some money too. How can we get some money? Asked Carl. That is a good question, said Mouse. Let me think. Mouse thought. I know, said Mouse. We will sell something. That's a good idea, said Carl. But what will we sell? Let me think again, said Mouse. Mouse thought. I know, said Mouse. We have a lot of rock. That's a good idea, said Carl. You are very smart, Mouse. Thank you, said Mouse. Carl and Mouse loaded the wagon with their very best rocks. Do you need any rocks today? Asked Mouse. No, said Ernst. We have too many rocks already, but if you will take out of the way, I will give you $1. Okay, said Carl. Okay, said Mouse. Carl and Mouse took away Mr. Erk's rock. Carl and Mouse pulled their wagon to Miss Margon's house. They knocked on her door. "Do you need any rocks today?" asked Carl. "Heaven, no," said Miss Garden. "My garden's full of them, but if you will dig them up, I will pay you $1. They tried to pull the wagon home. It was very hard. Carl and Mouse stopped to rest. They were very hot. They were very tired. "Probably we need a snack," said Carl to Sam Mouse. "Good thinking," said Mouse. "I wish I had some money." "I wish I had some money," said Carl. Carl and Mouse were in their pajamas. They brushed their teeth. "Now it's time for bed," said Mom. "Without a story," said Carl. "No," said Mom. "Of course not. Not without a bedtime story." She read Carl and Mouse a bedtime story. "Now it's time for bed," said Mom. "No, without a song." "Not without a song," said Mouse. "No," said Mom. "Of course not. Not without a bedtime song." She sang Carl and Mouse a bedtime song. "So it's time for bed," said Mom. "No, without a banana," said Carl. "A banana?" said Mom. "We need a banana," said Carl. "You need a banana?" Mo told Carl. "It's right," he said. "We cannot go to sleep without a bedtime banana." "I had never heard about a bedtime banana," said Mom. "Is that a thing?" Carl and Mouse nodded. "It is a thing." "Okay," said Mom. 2 bedtime bananas coming right up." Mom brought them each a banana. Carl and Mouse ate their bananas. "Now you all have to brush your teeth again," said Mom. Carl brushed his teeth. Mouse brushed his teeth too. They climbed back into bed. Mom turned off the lights. "Sweet dreams, little monkeys," they said. "Good night, Mom," said Carl. "Good night, Mom," said Mouse. Mom left the room. Carl poked Mouse. "Hey, Mouse," he said. "You're still awake?" "No," said Mouse. "I'm sleeping." "But what is it?" "I was thinking," said Carl. "Tomorrow we should ask for a bedtime posticle." "Good idea," said Mouse. "Yes," said Carl. "It is." Carl thought about the popsicles. He turned over. There were a lump beside him the bed. It was really very nice. "Good night," Carl said. "Good night," Carl said. He patted the lump. "I'm sleeping," said the lump. "I can't hear you."